Good morning. Today we are going to pick up where we left off and continue with my robe series on La Santisima Muerte. Today we are going to cover the green robe, La Niña Verde. The thing about the green robe is that a lot of people, especially in the United States, would typically associate the color green with things like money. But as we covered in my robe episode about the yellow robe, that's not actually true in regards to Santa Muerte. She is best used for matters of justice, for bringing balance or getting help with legal issues. She can bring resolutions to complex issues and matters of injustice, not only when the law has failed, but perhaps even when the law is not even involved. I would say, especially when you can't get the law involved, right? She is good at bringing balance and fairness to issues, particularly issues that are being dragged out, even things like a long divorce, a nasty custody battle, bureaucracy, cutting through red tape, obstacles, things of that nature, things that aren't being resolved quickly or fairly. The green robe can help you with. When we think of the green robe and bringing balance to the scales of justice, what we really are invoking here is a sense of finality, right? That coffin nail in an issue that you're just done with. Tired of things being dragged out, tired of, waiting months and months for your next court date or for a callback or for justice to do her job, right? So we call in justice of La Santa Muerte in La Niña Verde. Additionally, she is sometimes used for specific issues regarding mental illness, as well as like autoimmune issues or otherwise like chronic illnesses, particularly to quicken things like getting a proper diagnosis, finding the right doctor who's going to listen to you and dig deeper, finding a good treatment plan that's going to work. In that way, green is also used for health. She can also be used to gain relief from like persistent flare-ups or even narrowing down things that might be causing flare-ups, right? She can be used to meditate with to kind of figure out what's going on and how you can reduce the amount of triggers. Because of this aspect, La Niña Verde is really good to use with heart chakra clearing and heart chakra balancing meditation, because the heart chakra is useful not just for matters of the heart or even heart health issues, but it's also associated with the lungs and the element of air, arms, hands, and the thymus gland. The thymus gland regulates the immune system, white blood cells, T cells, things like that. And it also helps to regulate the endocrine system, which is in charge of hormone production. So if you're a PCOS girly and you're struggling with that, you might want to petition the green and the pink Santa Muerte. If you're struggling with your hormone issues, especially if you're struggling with fertility issues due to a chronic condition such as PCOS. And finally, another thing that I find really cool about the green robe and the things associated with it is this is where we can really see the overlap between the aspects of La Santa Muerte and the Egyptian god Osiris, who is the Egyptian god who presides over the dead and judges the dead, right? He's got that scale that weighs the weight of a heart, the guilt of a heart, and judges the dead accordingly. Anubis is the god of the underworld, Osiris is the god of the dead. Sort of like how La Santa Muerte collects the dead, and then you have Huti, who is also somewhat associated with San La Muerte, who stays in the underworld and presides over it. We kind of have those crossovers there, which I think esoterically and occult-wise is very interesting. That being said, I think the green robe of Santa Muerte is often underestimated and not talked about enough. What color do you think I should do next? And by the way, I am not just a love witch. I'm also a psychic medium, which is why I work with a death spirit. And I am also trying my best to study to be a curandera. And so if you're struggling with matters of justice and fairness, that is another service that I offer. Please feel free to DM me if that's something that you think I might be able to help you with.